Hi everybody, it's John again. Now, around the turn of the century, in 1900, the average life expectancy in the United States was 47 years old. Stillbirths and miscarriages were a pretty common event. Epidemics and disease outbreaks were just a fact of life. They happened pretty often. Today, it's just a little over 100 years later. Life expectancy is about 80 years old. Stillbirths and miscarriages, though they still happen too often, are a lot less frequent than they were back then. And epidemics, at least in the United States, are pretty rare. So what happened? Science happened. That's what happened. We learned how to prevent diseases through vaccines and medicine, and how to take care of ourselves a little better. And yet we have a growing number of people who say they don't trust the medical establishment. And it's a for-profit industry, and any for-profit industry should be viewed with skepticism. Any for-profit industry. At the same time, these people are the reasons that we live longer. These people are the reasons why we recover from diseases that used to kill us. The problem with our medical establishment is that it's a for-profit industry. It should be a government industry. It's interesting. Another thing that is very rampant is the distrust of government. But we elect our government. Our government is the people that we put in there. Why are they trusting the insurance companies over the government? Nobody elects the CEO of Aetna Insurance, and they have a vested interest in withholding treatment. The government doesn't have to make a profit, but these insurance companies do. And so that's where the death panels are. But people feel that that they can't trust this crowd. Right? There's no scientific evidence to connect vaccines to autism, but people feel that it's that way. They trust Jenny McCarthy and this British doctor who corrupted his own research so that he could make a little extra money. They trust them, but they don't trust the scientific establishment that says, no, it's not that way. Because people feel that. And the trouble with feeling that is that feelings are great in your relationships. You know, you can trust your feelings about your loved one or your family member. But when you look out on the world, you have to be objective. Feelings just don't get it. And neither does faith. Representative John Shimkus, a Republican from Illinois, a little while back said that global warming was not going to happen, climate change was not going to happen because God wouldn't let it happen. Since God seems perfectly fine allowing wars, famine, starvation, terrorism, and a lot of natural disasters, What makes Congressman Shimkus believe that God's going to make an exception for climate change, for global warming? God lets children starve to death. He's going to stop floods? If we're going to trust anything, it should be facts, not feelings. I really like meat and potatoes and a lot of and candy and sweets and those foods aren't healthy for me, or as healthy as other foods are. But you know, it'd be really quite easy for me to start telling people that broccoli and spinach were harmful, that they were bad for you. And I'll bet you people would believe it after a while. If I worked hard enough at it, I could create a cult of anti-broccolyites and anti-spinachists. Because, for one thing, people don't like broccoli and spinach as much as they like meat and potatoes and sweets. And people would like to be told. It would feel good to be told that, hey, you can eat this stuff and it's better for you than this stuff that you don't care about as much. But people will believe what they want to believe. You can't trust your feelings. You can't trust your faith. And as for trusting in God, well, that ship sailed a long time ago. You know, people prayed just as much in 1900 as they do today. And they still wound up dying in their early 40s. Thanks for listening.